Hello! Welcome to another episode of Shattering Limits with Cindy, where we do reviews and evaluations of different products for people who have disabilities. And I myself have a disability. I use a mobility scooter for MS. So I have somewhat of an inside view on that. I have some insight onto that. We are going to be evaluating a couch assist assist to stand bar today, and I have put it together, and I had liked to put it together on screen so you could see how complicated or anything it was. I do not find this one overly complicated. I'm going to show you the directions for it as well. And I put it together just so I could see how to put it together, that I would know how to do it. And I put it together. It has about 10 pieces to it. And the thing is, there's this bar as well, which is supposed to go onto here, I think, to keep it kind of stabilized when it's there. But there are screws, 2 screws and an awl it has on here, which you can possibly see on there. There were no 2 screws in an awl here. I went through the whole package. I think this was a refurbished thing. I got it from Amazon, and so I think the seller refurbished this item. It kind of looked like the box was resealed, and so I could not find 2 screws in an awl to put this together, to put this in. I was able to still use this. But it did not have, I think it had the bar was supposed to go in between here, and it didn't. And so I do want to kind of do that. I'm going to still do the evaluation and review of it, of the product. I can't put it down. But it was a little bit dicier to put together. My mom has a phrase where swearing and foul language does not make you look any better. I did not look good at all putting this together. It was just kind of coordinating certain things, because you kind of have to lift this and do this at the same time. So I found it kind of challenging for me. I did it and I put it together, but it was not super simple for it. So I was going to say, if you have somebody just to be there with you as you're putting it together. I'm not saying that anybody who's disabled can't put it together. I put it together on my own. It just would have been a little bit easier to have somebody there to hold this part up as I was putting this looks like, I think these like e-buckles or these little screw things in here. But I did it on my own. I was able to do it on my own. It was just very challenging. It was colorful language when I was putting it together, because it wasn't going together simply for me. Anyway, I want to kind of do the little evaluation, the evaluation of it, but tell you a little bit about this product as well. It's listed as I'm reading my notes here on the computer. It's an adjustable couch stand assist bar, and it can be for elderly, mobility, people who just have an issue standing up. It gives them a little bit more support standing up. So I think that is beneficial for some people. And their description: it's a sturdy steel frame, standard assist bar. It is adjustable here, so you can make this wider or more narrow if you want that. So that, I think that is a good feature of this. And it's tool-free assembly. It said no tools needed. It had a screw and an awl, so I don't know if you really consider an awl a tool. But I guess if you order it from this company, you want to make sure that it has that, but it doesn't prevent this from using this device. Didn't prevent me from making this device go. And anti-slip and comfortable, adjustable, height and width. And so overall, I think it's a pretty basic description of it. and it's supposed to help you be able to stand easier if you're on a chair or a couch. And it's pretty sturdy. It does not go to the floor, so you are just kind of, the device is just on whether it's the couch or the chair. It's not on the floor. So sometimes the floor offers you more stability. So anyway, let's get to the evaluation. We're going to High Point Furniture Sales in High Point today, and I'm looking forward to going.
Welcome back to Shattering Limits with Cindy. I'm here again at High Point Furniture Sales in High Point, and today with me is Tanya. Hi, everyone. And she is going to tell us a little bit about this couch, and also we're going to kind of go over this. We've had some issues with this one, or I've had some issues, and then she's helped, and so it's just it's been a process for this one. This one has been a lot more difficult than. Not a lot more difficult than the mattress bar that we were using before on the other show. So this one, it's more of a challenge for us. So, okay, well, I'll let you tell us a little bit about this couch that we're going to be using as a demonstration. We're going to do 3 couches.
Okay. This is a solid leather sofa, 3-seated. You've got your standard oversized pillows right here on the seat cushion, and your back cushions are semi-attached. You have an 8-handway tied base and frame, which 8-handway tied is one of the best kind of sofa that you can get in the market. Nice. I did have a little bit of trouble lifting up with the cushion because it is a durable, solid cushion. So I'm a small frame also, so that might have had something to do with it. But I will hand you back over to Miss Cindy.
Okay. Well, to give you a little bit of backstory on this, I would have showed some issues that I had at home putting it together. There was another bar in between this to kind of for stability, but I'm seeing now that this arm is a little bit loose on here, and as far as I know, from the directions, this was correct. So that's just something to be noted for this. I'm going to kind of switch over and sit into the chair, sit in here, and then get up. But also, when I brought it in, it was awkward to do that. So if you are doing this yourself, it's going to be kind of awkward to hold. You can kind of make it a little bit smaller if you need to. But the other thing was that when we got over to here, I told Tanya, I'm like, I don't know if I can even get this in because it's just managing holding the cushion up and putting this underneath. And she was able to manage it just fine. But it's kind of a coordination thing. So that's something of note, that if you are on your own and you're looking at doing this by yourself, it might take you a little bit longer, or you might not be real pretty if you're trying to get it in, and it might not work really well, but it's just a little bit more awkward. Once it's in, I think it's going to be okay. But like I said, this is kind of, yeah, both of the arms are wobbly. You can see that they're wobbly. So I'm just going to kind of stand up and switch over. So it is kind of nice that if I'm standing up, this does give me some support to stand up. So I do like that. And if I am in a chair, and this couch is really nice. It's really cushy. I like it. And I know this would be a little bit of harder for traction to get to be able to stand up, or just get up from. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be using this for. And that was very quick. That was good to be able to do that. I like that. My chair is right over there, so I can get to that. So this has been good. Like I said, the things of note are these arms. They're a little bit wobbly, which I'm not real thrilled about, and I'm pretty sure this should be a new piece of equipment. And I probably will discuss that if the person who sells this, or the brand that sells this, you may want to go with another brand if this is what it does, and you don't trust that. So anyway, on to couch number 2. Okay, we are back now with chair number 2. Tanya made it a little bit less wide, not as wide. And so it did fit on this chair. I do want to note that this is a rocker chair. And we chose it even though if people are they unstable when they stand. And this is such a beautiful chair. I love it. I love it. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to get situated. So, if grandma or grandpa or somebody wants a rocker chair, it's a little bit more unstable for them. But this does kind of give it some stability when they are trying to get up. So, okay. Sorry, I don't want to comment on you. Okay, so if they are able to stand up for this, they can stand up with this. I am not going to be able to stand completely. That's the thing, is that this is a rocker chair. Even though a rocker chair is really nice, this is really nice and relaxing to do. If there's something that you can do where you can make it so it doesn't rock at times, like when they're trying to get up, something like that, you may want to do that. So this as I'm trying to get up, it's still a little bit unstable. Getting up because it's a rocker chair, even though it's really nice. So, but Tanya was able to make it a little bit smaller or not as wide. So we were able to get it in here. And that's something of note for this chair or any chair, is that if it's too wide, it's not going to go in as well, or it won't go in as well if the chair is just too narrow for that. So, okay, but this is a whole thing. This has been chair number 2. We're not going to go to chair number 3, and I'll see you then, because I don't want you to have to watch me get up. Okay, now we're going to do couch number 3, or seating area number 3. And this one, here, I'm going to sit down first. And then this one for sitting down. Yay! This is a great couch. Tell me about this couch too. Tanya, come on in the show too.
This is a cuddler couch that is produced by Smith Brothers. Great company, plenty of fabrics to choose from. Mm-hmm. I love how wide the cuddler is. And I really liked how this went under it. It was real simple to push it right under.
Yeah, it did. This one did go in. We were at we had the rocker over there before, and that one, it went in okay, but you did have to make it a little bit more narrow. But one thing we did note on that rocker is that if you're putting it in for somebody who needs this for stability, when they're going up with the rocker like this, the rocker's going, so they have that. Even though this is stable, it's not stable on the dais, on the chair, because the chair is wobbling back and forth. So that's something to consider if you're buying it for somebody. They do have these supports to go into. They have a floor system. Some of them do attach on the floor. And so they don't even have to worry about if the chair is set or not. So that's something that you'll want to look at as well. The other thing we noticed is that we tried to put it in another chair, and it was out. Even though it was in, it was out a little bit. And so what we noticed when Tanya was looking at it, she's like, if you have somebody who is putting all of their weight on the forward part, then it might flip them up and out of the chair. So that's something to take into consideration. This one is very secure because it is pushed all the way back. And so, we don't feel that this is any kind of instability at all in the front, with the front having some not going in all the way, that sort of thing. As far as standing up, it is just fine for that. See, I can stand up. And actually, I really like that. I think it makes a difference too for this couch is a little, it's not high, but it's a little bit higher, kind of, I feel, but it's a little bit firmer. It's a little bit firmer couch, but also this is steady in here to be able to stand up. So,
and it seems like more the stationary sofa styles. I think that's what it's working better for this style. Mm-hmm. Because this cushion's a lot wide, so.
Yeah. Well, I think this has been wonderful. I appreciate High Point Furniture Sales and Tanya for showing
Thank
us
you.
around
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
This has been great. And come on down and look for some furniture because they have wonderful supply here.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Well, that was a fun evaluation. You know, I love going to High Point Furniture Sales. They have just beautiful furniture, just gorgeous stuff. If you get a chance to go out there, it's just beautiful out there. So I thank Tanya very much for doing this demonstration with me. I appreciate that very much. And as you can see, our evaluation was that this assist bar was actually useful. It actually, the couch assist, it says couch assist, but you can put it on a chair as we did too. So I would say this was a very useful bar for that purpose. The couple of things to note for me for this assist bar was that number one, if you are putting it on, if you remember on the second chair, the second item that we were on, we did a chair, and that was a rocker chair. So for that, I think you would want a couch assist bar like this that goes to the floor, because we had just the chair on there. You could see I was shaking when I was on there because the chair, chair rocks. And so if you have one that goes to the floor, that would be more beneficial. This is fine if it's a stationary object. On the couches, when we use this on, it was just fine. And it was nice that we could adjust it so it was a little bit more narrow. So it was more narrow on that on the rocker chair for us. And on that last couch was wonderful. It was just, oh my gosh, it was good. So the other thing we noticed on this is that if the bar part, my weakness is coming out. If the bar part was kind of out some, this part, if it was out some, if it didn't go all the way to the back of the couch or the chair, then that front part was out a little bit. And Tanya noticed when she kind of tried it herself on the chair, she's like, you have to watch out if this is out a little bit further and it doesn't go all the way back. If you have someone who really pushes down on the bar part, it could kind of flip the arm lever part up, so the person, instead of having stability there, it goes up and could throw them off balance, and it could be kind of tricky. So you want to make sure it goes all the way to the back of where it's at, if it's the couch or the chair or anything like that. And that part is adjustable as well, so you can make this smaller. You can make this part smaller, and so it doesn't go as long. So you just want to make sure that if it is in the chair or the couch, that it is put in securely towards the back. It's as far back as it can go, and this part isn't sticking out. So if the person does, put all their weight on here, it won't flip them forward and kind of do exactly the opposite of what it's supposed to do, and it won't be a stable piece for them. Anyway, this I feel is a good piece. Not sure what this is to still. We were still able to use it and do the demonstration without it. I guess you could jerry rig it and just find a random screw and put that in there, but I feel this was okay and stable enough without it. But overall, I'm going to say this is a buy to get. If you have a rocker chair that you want to put this in, that's not probably what I would recommend. I would recommend something that goes to the floor. This does not go to the floor. Obviously, it goes into the couch or chair. So you would want something that goes all the way to the floor if you do need something like that for the couch or the chair for someone. Okay, and I think that's all we have today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. I do want to mention that I'm an Amazon affiliate, so anything you do purchase from either my channel or my website, I do get a small commission for that item. And so that's why I want to make sure these items are things that you really want and you want to purchase and that they're worth the money. So anyway, just wanted to know that.